All right, guys, it's update time. I'm in my buddy's shop, and we have to make some updates to our battery system. I'm gonna walk you guys through it. We have the 50 amp NOCO in our day-to-day travel tow vehicle, and we're gonna install this one inside the Kia. Welcome back, guys. This video is not gonna be like a camping video. This is gonna be all about installs and upgrades and certain things that broke down inside our battery system that we are going to repair. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process. We have to fix the cigarette light input. We have to take off the roof rack. That's a fairly simple job. The only thing that's kind of complicated is taking off the electrical components, which is not really easy. So stay tuned. I'm just going to get right into it. The electrical is somewhat easy. I just have to take off these two relay switches, which is very easy. I just unscrew these. Fairly easy job. Okay, that's the first one off. I'm gonna go through this really fast. I just drilled the screw out. Here's the second one here. See, the screw hole is kind of messed up, but I learned a neat trick. I'm gonna show you how to fix that to get that out. All right, for these screws here that are like that, you can get a piece of tape and stick the tape right over it. And then when you screw it out, the drill bit will go right in there, creating a new grip. All right, so the next thing we have to do is we have to disconnect the lights from the 12-volt fuse box, which is not that difficult to do. It's just a matter of unscrewing and screwing back in. So we have to look for the light, which is one here, positive here for one, and the other one is right here for the negative. So we just unscrew these two, and then we can disconnect one of the light bars. All right, guys, it's important to note while I'm doing this, I do have the power turned off. So there's a switch here that, well, this is not connected, but I'm just gonna show you that you release the power from the circuit breaker. You have another one down here where the circuit breaker is off. You can tell because there's no power coming in. That's how I'm working on it, so just so that you guys can see. So I got one of the light bars released. Now I have to look for the other light bar, which is this one. This is the negative, this is the positive. So I'm gonna release those, and then I just put the screws back. Okay, this is the light bar disconnected from the electrical system in the car. So I can just remove this, and then I replace the cover on the fuse box. One cool thing about making your own electrical system is that you know where everything is in there. So if anybody breaks into your car and, God forbid, steals your equipment, they don't know where any of this stuff is attached to. So they're gonna have to figure it out before they can use it. But hopefully that never happens. Now I just stuff all the wires in the bag, and I put it right on top of the rack, and I zip tie the bag to the rack and use it when I need it again. Taking this roof rack off is simple. It can be done in like 5 minutes. You're just unscrewing these knobs. It's 4 of these knobs that you unscrew, and the roof rack comes right off. You have one here, you have another here, and then you have 2 on the other side, and then you just take the roof rack off. Okay, now that you have all of the knobs released, you can just lift the roof rack off and put it into storage. All right, got the roof rack off, one-man job, no dents, no scratches. So it worked out well. The next thing we're gonna do is hook up this 100 amp hour Chins additional battery and the NOCO battery charger. Okay, here's the NOCO. I'm gonna take this out and we just see how the attachments look. Yeah, I'm doing this with one hand, so kind of tough, but doable. So this is the wall outlet here. And then this part connects into here, but I don't want to use the alligator kit clips. I'm doing a more permanent setup, so I'm going to take these alligator clips off. All you need is a little Allen wrench, and these clips come right off. What's cool is this comes with a mounting bracket, so you can just mount this right on to wherever you want to keep your battery charger. So it's pretty cool. This is where the NOCO's resting place is gonna be. I nailed this down so it's not going anywhere. I just have to make the connections now to the battery and everything is good to go. This is the NOCO. This is gonna be an extra battery maintainer, battery charger. Has to be plugged in. These pieces are all quick connect. So you have one end that goes into the other end. Just have to find it here. They're like scattered all over the place, but here's the other end. You just connect them together and then you have power. You can just connect it to the battery. Once you connect the two, they snap into place. And now all you have to do is connect the battery endings, the terminal endings to your battery. This is the look of the battery charger hooked up to the battery. I have these batteries hooked up in parallel with each other. So it's a total of 300 amp hour of lithium phosphate chins. And we have another 1,000-watt battery portable power station in the front, which gives us over 400 amp hour inside of the SUV. Enough charging to keep us going all the way across the country. Everything is coming along nicely. I'm just connecting the last bits now. I'm putting in the last few crimps, few butt connectors. My wife and kids always laugh at the butt connector. She's like, is that really named that? I'm like, yeah, it's called the butt connector. But I just have to put the last two of those in and change out the cigarette lighter adapter. And then that's it, it's done. We took off the roof rack. We installed the NOCO battery charger. We installed an extra 100 amp hour Chins lithium phosphate 12-volt battery. After I changed this cigarette lighter adapter, we just see if everything hooks up nicely, and then we can hit the road. So let's just hope that everything hooks up, and I hope this video is not too long. I tried to make it a lot faster so that it's not putting you through all the boring parts. But hooking up these systems are fairly easy. Once you know how to cook the negative with the negative, positive with the positive, you can just expand your system. I may not have to change the wiring. I checked the fuse before I started to cut the wire, and it looks like the fuse just popped. So I can just change the fuse if I have another one. I believe so. Just have to check my toolbox. So it's always nice when you have extra of these lying around. They come in a lot of the electronics you buy. You get extras. So I'm gonna replace the fuse and see if it works. What's crazy is the fuse just drops right in there and then you close it back up. All right, this was the moment of truth. It looks like it worked. Red light came back on, so it's just the fuse. I had to replace that. So remember to buy more of those fuses. I just noticed that that red light wasn't coming on, so I was like, oh, it has to be the fuse. So let me show you how you can see it's working from the other end. So the way these DC to DC chargers work is that you'll see this green light coming on. Once you see that green light on, you know that you're receiving power. Now check out the percentage of the battery. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly, but that's at 100%, and down below is at 13.3 fully charged. It's pretty cool. Now here's the connection for the NOCO battery charger. It goes into the wall outlet, then goes to the battery charger for the NOCO, and also the portable power station wire is hooked up. Now it's the moment of truth. I'm going to hook both up to see if they work. Okay, we have charging from the portable power station. Now let's look at the NOCO. So on the NOCO, you have to power it on, and then you have the 12-volt setting here, but we have the 12-volt lithium. So let's see, that's AGM. That's 12-volt lithium. So now we'll see how that works. The battery charger is on. Let's see how it analyzes the battery. I'm guessing it stays on for a little bit. So everything is working. We're gonna check back in a little. And then as we can see up here, after I took off the DC to DC charger, we were just at 91. It went up to 92. So these batteries are not full, but when I put on a DC to DC charger, it was saying it was full. So we just have to pay attention to that. But look, it's still going up 93% now. It was at 92, now it's at 93. So this NOCO battery charger would work. It's only the 10 amp, but still will work for this car, and it has 300 amp hour battery, but I never let the battery go down lower than 50%, so it would charge up. All right, the install is complete. I'll say it took less than an hour. If I'm being really accurate, it's less than 45 minutes to do everything that I needed to do. Took off the roof rack. I had to unplug the electrical from the roof rack and the light bars, installed the NOCO DC battery charger, and corrected a fuse issue that I had with the Renogy 40 amp DC to DC charger. So I'd let you look at the final look, and that's it. Video is short. I thought it would be longer, but video is short. So before, I was wondering where can I install this battery, this third lithium battery that I had just lying around. And then I realized, wait a minute, I have space back here where I can fasten it to the other battery where it locks into place. So I fastened these batteries together, portable power station and another 100 amp hour battery. Here's the NOCO DC to DC charger. Works really well. You can see this last light over here, that's for lithium, and this is the power range that it's on right now. So it's pretty cool. The batteries are still charging. My battery maintainer says 100%, but I also have another battery monitor that has it not as full as at 12.7. So I don't know which one is more accurate, the 100% or the 12.7 with one battery that needs to be fulfilled. So I'm going to leave that charging for a while just so that everything can stabilize. Now we have the three lithium phosphate batteries hooked up in parallel to give us the extra power we need to run the electric heater. Here's one, here's another one, and here's the third one, all hooked up in parallel with each other. So that works out really, really well. And here's the connections for the NOCO battery charger going into the batteries. Okay, and this is the view from inside. Batteries are there, all tucked away. And we still have our third passenger seat with plenty of space for anybody that wants to come in, third passenger. We still have our window covers in, but as you can see, everything is blocked out and the lights are on. I did put the light switches up higher so that I can reach them easily without looking for them, and I use a zip tie to hold it up. Hopefully that holds up for a long time, but it's looking good. I really like this setup, and I think it'll work for a really long time, just because the ability to hook up the shore power. I didn't have to cut into any wires into the car. I didn't have to drill any holes, which is really, really nice, because when I hook up a generator to the rear, I'm going to install a hitch receiver. And when I hook up a basket with a generator, I can use an outdoor extension cord and extend it through the window sills, the door seals in the car, and I can hook up everything electronically inside and charge my batteries. So that's really, really cool. And I have enough room for the diesel heater now. So that's pretty cool. Just have to figure out where I'm going to put it. I know I have the step ladder to put it on, but I want to try to install it in the car, but that's going to require some drilling into the floor. But stay tuned for the next video, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to install that diesel heater. So until next time, see you later, everybody. And thank you for joining in and watching this video of the install of the NOCO battery charger. See you later.